Hi guys, welcome back to Coffee with Megan, where I chat to people in the fashion industry who are using their platform for good. Today I'm talking to a friend of mine, Sanne Vloet. She is an international model, an incredibly inspiring and successful YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers. But I wanted to talk to her today because she has gone out and started something new. She is an entrepreneur co-founding her own skincare company called Sane. And it's all about clean skin, clean beauty, ethically sourced ingredients, and being as sustainable as possible in the process of making these ingredients and in the packaging. And she talks about everything she's learned along the way and why she felt there was a need for this kind of skincare. And we talk all about really amazing YouTube tips to anybody who wants to start their own YouTube channel. I hope you enjoy. Hey, Sanne.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. Where are you right now? We're obviously on video call, so.
Yes, I'm currently in Amsterdam for a couple of days.
Nice, perfect. And so we have known each other for a few years now in the modeling industry. You're an international model. You're also a super successful YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers. And but what I really want to talk to you about is your new project. You have co-founded a company, and I would love you to tell us all about it, what it is and what it involves.
Okay. Well, I co-founded Sane about 2 years ago with one of my good friends, Benny. And Sane is a sustainable, vegan, clean beauty brand. And we launched 3 of our face oils, which all contain like super high quality natural ingredients. And yeah.
It's amazing. And I wanted to ask, why was skincare something you wanted to go in, and why did you want to make it so clean and so simple? Was there something that inspired you to do that?
So I always, for me, like the more simple beauty is the better. And I mean, you probably know, like we are on set a lot. They use so much makeup, and we have to take care of our skin. And really, every time when I came back home after traveling and like shoots and stuff, it was a struggle. And I, at one point, was receiving so many packages from PRs with thousands of skincare products. I would ask beauty editors, I would ask the makeup artists on set, I would ask experts what I should use. And honestly, it was very vague for me, like what exactly was going to work for my skin. My skin was very sensitive, very dry. Makeup on fashion weeks wouldn't help either. And I just kind of realized that if I was surrounded by so many experts and I didn't even really know what exactly to use and what exactly was good, because when you're reading the back of a product, often you can't even pronounce the ingredients which are in there. And it made me realize that I was like, okay, I want to get something good and something clean, because I believe that, you know, to take care of yourself from the inside and the outside, you should always have like clean ingredients. So that was the first thing that I was like, okay, I want to look into this. And second of all, when all those PR packages came around, they sell you, or most skincare companies sell you like a 20-step routine. And at one point I was using so many products. I was like, oh, I need a good skincare routine. And I went to my facialist and she was like, you're overdoing it. Like, you're using way too many products. She was like, you only need 3 products. Your skin will do the rest of the work as long as you keep it clean and moisturized. So I took out the whole routine and I started using only a couple of products, and yeah, that has really helped my skin.
Yeah, no, that I can completely relate to that. I know we do get sent, very grateful, but we get sent lots of different things. And at one point I was trying to pile them all on. I was like, well, this one's good for this one's good for that. And my skin just got worse and worse. And I think we have similar type of skin, like gets red and dry because of mine.
Rosy cheeks.
Yeah, I get the same. And I've actually, since I've simplified it, and used organic products, I'm only using 1 product now and it's really helped. I can't wait to try your oil when I'm back.
Yeah, I think it's been waiting for you for months now.
I haven't been at home.
Yeah.
Very excited. And I know with your clean beauty, sourcing your ingredients has been a really big part of, you've really looked into that and you've really made sure it's close to home. And what goes into making the ingredients ethically sourced? How do you make that happen?
So so starting to make the product, we did not go to just like some factory and be like, hey, we want to have a face oil, can you make this for us? Because that's what a lot of like factories and companies actually do. We worked closely with a chemist and we really built the formula from scratch. So all the ingredients like jojoba oil, avocado seed oil, strawberry seed oil, which is pretty rare in skincare, we source these from like organic farms from all over the world. So our strawberry seed oil is coming from France. The CBD we're using in the face oil, we're sourcing from Colorado. And my co-founder Benny actually went there and she went to see it. And I think that has been something very important for us, that we're very transparent in the ingredients we're using, and the fact that we're able to go to these places and see how the farms look, where it's coming from, has been very, very important.
No, that's hugely important. I mean, to every person I've spoken to and interviewed, the number one thing they're saying about companies they want to support is transparency, and that they can see all the little components coming together. And I know also for you, sustainable packaging was important. And I think you spoke at one point at some of the struggles about finding like a label or different thing with parts of it.
Yeah. So we wanted, actually, I have the product here. I'm gonna show it here. So we wanted to do zero plastic. This has been a goal for us, and we found this very important because, again, and you have probably the same thing when you're receiving these packages, or even when you go into the store and you buy something, the amount of packaging and plastic which is around it is insane. Like at one point, I get boxes this big with an eye cream this big wrapped in plastic. And I was like, this is really, really unnecessary. So first of all, that we took completely out, that it just arrives in like a box and it's very simple. Easy, we also like name it as easy, simple.
I love it.
So yeah, it comes we try to use as much paper instead of plastic. The only plastic we had here, we're using a glass bottle, which we can actually refill as well. This is something what we would love to do down the line, is that you can maybe send back your bottle and get it refilled, or you just use it for a different product or for water or anything. And it's true, the label, this was something in the beginning progress, it was a very beautiful paper label, and we really wanted to keep that, but unfortunately it was coming off while it was in your toilet bag and stuff. So this was a very hard balance for us, because when we asked our audience and our buyers, like, hey, what would you rather have? Is this packaging which is completely sustainable, or packaging that actually sticks and whatever? So it's a hard balance, because we are a luxury product, so it needs to look good. At the end, now we changed the label, but it's still it has a kind of tiny little, what is it?
Film, like a plastic film.
Yeah, a plastic film, but the rest is completely all paper. And this has definitely been a little struggle at the beginning, that we were like, how are we going to do this? But the fact that we're using the glass and all the paper, and for us more the shipping and the packaging around that, is already a game changer.
No, it's a huge learning curve, and I think it's okay as a new business to start out in one direction, and you keep learning. As you say, in the future you would love to do refills, and it's just like you have to start somewhere so you can grow and adapt. I don't think everyone can be perfect right at the beginning of.
Yeah, exactly. It's a kind of a journey where we need to like work through. But for us, the sustainability is a very important factor, and also the philosophy behind our whole brand is that your skincare routine should be simplified, and you don't need 20 steps and 20 products. So by using less products, you already have less waste.
That's amazing. Yeah. It's so truthful. And I find it interesting that CBD is an important ingredient in your products. And why CBD? Could you tell us a little bit about the benefits of it?
So CBD has an incredible benefit on the skin for restoring. So whenever you have like redness or acne, CBD really like calms it down and yeah, restores the skin. So this is something really, yeah, fun to incorporate into our products, because I feel this was a little bit of a trend where people immediately like, oh my god, we're going to put CBD in everything. But we looked into it very well, and it was an amazing benefit into our face oils. So in all three of them there is a certain amount of CBD.
Amazing. And when you have been on this journey of like simplifying everything and you're looking at ingredients, has that transpired in other parts in your life? Are you now looking at different ingredients like with your kitchen products, or has this always been something you're interested in, or where has it become something you're more interested in?
Yeah, it definitely is, because if you're thinking so much about like the packaging and like how things need to look, and also about like the practical aspect of this, I definitely take this into my daily life as well. Whenever I need to pack something or send something out or whatever, I think that is a balance. And with the ingredients, I've been trying to like cook things with the ingredients of Easy.
Oh, amazing.
Make like a, yeah, to do something fun there. But I've also believed if that's in food, like you could eat easy, you could eat it. I would not recommend it, but that's how pure it is. And also with the ingredients you eat, I think it's always important to have wholesome and fresh products.
And going back a little bit, how did your partnership start with Benny, you said, and also how have you found working with someone and developing something? Has that been?
Uh, it's been going like really, really well. So funny story, I met Benny actually in one of the PR agencies. She was in PR in beauty in New York City, and she was representing like really big beauty brands. And she just realized too that she was like, wow, she was in the marketing. She was like, I am selling such bad stuff to people, and this is all not true what these big companies are saying about their products, and it's not good for you. So the first time I met her, I was actually at her PR agency, and I was closet shopping, they call it, and I was picking out all the products, and we started talking about our skin type and like what we needed, and we noticed we were very similar in a way. So she wanted to leave her job and start her own brand, and that's how
Amazing.
how we
And how long have
started
you been
together.
working on it together?
So I think it started 2 years ago.
Yeah. Takes
Yeah, it
that's
takes a lot of time to completely build this from scratch. Yeah.
That's so exciting. And have you come across any like challenges along the way that you wouldn't have expected, or what have you learned along the way of starting your own business?
Well, COVID has definitely switched up some things. It was because it was quite a shame. We were supposed to launch in March,
Yeah.
first week of March, and we had this whole event planned in New York. We had an event planned in LA. We had all the flowers, and then we had like the chemist was going to be there. It was going to be a really beautiful event, and 2 days before that, we had to cancel it. So we were holding off on the launch, but at one point after a couple of months, we were like, how long is this going to take?
Yeah.
We just need to launch and yeah, work with the world we're in right now. So that was definitely a really big disappointment and like challenge to deal with. And immediately we had to think about like new solutions and like, okay, how do we want the launch to look like then? Or like, how are we going to do this and do this in a digital way?
Mhm.
But it's been really fun to be working on a brand side too. I've over the last few years I work on my own personal brand if it comes to like digital media, and now it was definitely a learning process to do this for a brand. And also for me, this is a fun balance between Benny and me. She knows more about the actual business, and I do a lot on the digital side, so I learn a lot from her and she learns a lot from me. So yeah.
No, that makes an amazing partnership. And I can relate for sure, because Vince is definitely on the business side with Who Knew, and I'm working on content and learning and and definitely
Yeah.
the side more. And so when you're talking about digital side, has it been a learning curve in creating your shoots are so beautiful for Izzy? Are you fully involved in how you want it to look and what vibe you want it?
Yeah, so it's kind of funny because that obviously, I feel as being as a model, like you're able to do almost everything, or you're not able to do everything, but you know a lot about how a production works and how set works. So the shoots we did, I actually completely produced together with Benny, and because we're such a small team and like a startup, there is no huge budget. So I was doing the styling, you know, bringing everything there. I was like, we're doing production, like finding the Airbnb. This is the beach. We're going to do, this is the shot list we need to get. Like, it was really fun. This is the models we need. Even on set, at one point I was doing hair. I was like, do we have this shot? Are we like running to get the clothes done? Like, oh, steam this, you know? So it's a lot, but it was a lot of fun for the first time too, to be on the other side of the camera and kind of do that. And experience as a model has definitely helped to, yeah, make that happen.
That's amazing. And was it personally scary for you to head in this direction? I mean, I think you've always been amazing you've been brave and you've done your own YouTube and you put yourself out there. But now this is a whole different thing in working in a product and working on media and this kind of thing, doing your shoots. Was it a scary change for you? And do you ever have times of self-doubt, and how do you talk yourself out of it?
Yeah, of course, I definitely have like self-doubt as well because I'm completely new to this. And um, I do think that having a partner as like Benny has been very, very helpful. And, you know, the fact that you have someone to talk to and discuss things with has been super, super helpful. And I think this is also a tip I would give to someone else who starts to do something new or their own thing. Like, you can't be good immediately in everything. And I think asking for help and also bringing other people in who are better at the job than you are is something what you should do, because you can't do it all by yourself. And I also believe just by doing it, you're learning and you're failing a couple times. We already made like, you know, some mistakes, and at the beginning, like, that's fine. Like, things as a label we need to like figure out, but this is also a way of learning.
Yeah. No, I think that's really amazing. And what's next for Izzy? Are you going to work on more products for it, or is it going to be you're just going to keep?
Yeah, so we want to work on more products, obviously, just like the key products.
Yeah.
So we're starting, we're looking into cleansers right now. So it takes a lot of time also with like testing and stuff. So we're looking into that. And we also would love to bring Easy. It is accessible for some countries in Europe, but to make this worldwide, we also need to see in Asia with CBD how this is going to work. So maybe we take the CBD out of it. There are a lot of components, but for now we just want to, raise the awareness and have everyone using Easy.
Yeah, no, so exciting. And taking a little turn now, you have created such an incredible YouTube, which I think is really important to talk about, because YouTube is such an amazing space for any person starting a new company as well to promote themselves or find what they're interested in. And I think you're a real inspiration to so many girls, because through your YouTube journey, you've just been yourself and shared your journey, and that can be really scary. I wanted to ask, what do you love about YouTube? What does it give you? And what are some of your positive experiences from it?
Um, so for me, I really felt like YouTube was almost like, a playground, a platform where you could really express yourself in the way you are. And I feel, you know, prior to the modeling industry, there are always eyes on you, and the industry is saying be yourself, you know, be cool, whatever. But then on the other side, it's like, yeah, don't smell too nice or too much. Like, you need to be cool. You have to act like this around that person, and you need to dress like this, and don't wear that. It's, you know, at one point I just felt like, okay, so what am I supposed to do? And I really felt on YouTube where I was just being myself, that was being very well received. And I always felt like Instagram obviously is a platform too where you can share your opinion, your journeys, the things you're interested in. But I find a video just, it says so much more than pictures. So that's why I really enjoyed it, because you can really take people on a journey and really show people and like teach people and educate people. Um, so that's what I really enjoyed about it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think you're such an inspiration with your YouTube and what you've been doing.
Oh,
And it's so true. We just don't always get to show enough of ourselves. So I think it's a great platform to have an outlet in that way. And
yeah.
what have been maybe some of your negative experiences with YouTube and things for people to look out for?
I mean, it is a lot, like constantly, like consistent, like uploads, and like it always seems very easy to make videos and to do this, but there's so many things you have to think about, if it's like lighting, if it's like voice, or if it's like the audio, or if it's even building out a story. It just takes a lot of time. Even when I do recipes, like you need to test out the recipe, you need to film it, sometimes it goes wrong, you need to refilm the whole thing, and these are all frustrations you need to work with. And something what I really noticed is, through video you do see everything and you can feel everything. So whenever I'm not feeling well, this is what people pick up on immediately. When you're not sure about something, when you are, yeah, people pick up on this, and this can be very confrontating sometimes, and that can be hard.
Yeah, no, I can completely understand that. It's almost like therapy in a way, because you're like, yeah, I wasn't feeling good that day, and everyone realized now.
Yeah, everyone realizes. And sometimes it's a moment also where you share that you're not feeling
Yeah,
good, because this is something what people relate to. But there are also days that you just want to be under a blanket and not share your problem or something with anyone. And
yeah,
um, that can be hard sometimes.
yeah, yeah, no. And what would be a piece of advice? Would it be that? Would it be being authentic for an aspiring YouTuber or someone who wants to share their journey on YouTube?
I think, I honestly, be authentic. I kind of hate the phrase, because
Yeah,
it's like, it's so easy to say like be authentic, but like what does that actually mean? Yeah, be yourself. I think with YouTube, the best tip I could give is just do it, because
yeah,
people overthink so much about the way they look, the way they speak. A lot of people can't even hear themselves like speaking, and I honestly had that problem too at the beginning. I would watch a video, it was edited, I would post it, and I would never look at it again. I haven't, until today, not even watched my first videos. Like, it I can't. It cringes me. I'm like, oh, this is so awkward. But at that point, I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to put it out there. And on the way, you grow. And the funny thing is that actually people also really like to see that. They're like, oh my God, I love it. Like 1 year later, your English is better. Or like, oh, it's so much, it seems way more natural. And like, it's fun that people can see that. But I think we girls, we humans tend to hold ourselves back a lot, because we're too picky on ourselves, or yeah. So
yeah.
I think just to do it.
Just do it. No, I can complete. I mean, I know when I've done also video things or any sort of interview where I've been interviewed, and I never used to be able to watch it back. Like watching myself back would be the cringiest thing. But then, like a year later, I'll watch it back and I'll be like, "Why were you so embarrassed? You actually did a good job." But it's funny, we instantly kind of are negative before we're positive about ourselves. So
Yeah, we're so judgmental of ourselves, and it's
yeah,
it's crazy.
it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, one last word of advice. 2020 has been a year of so much change for so many of us. And what is something you may have learned, or what is something that this year has brought to you?
Um, I mean, I think my life kind of, yeah, changed very drastically, from like being in a plane and traveling around the world every day, being on set, to, yeah, just being in one spot at the same time. And I think this also gave me a lot of time to reflect and kind of, you're gonna start thinking about the future, even though that's probably the moment you should not think about future because everything is so uncertain. But I did really like ask myself the question, like, what do I actually want to do, you know, in life and anything, because it just feels, you know, I was not modeling and not traveling, and I kind of had time to be like, what do I want? Um, so that's why I also made the decision now to go to Italy and learn how to cook. And I'm like, I would never ever before take 5 weeks off and go there and like just for learning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a moment I think where we have actually time to learn and to, you know, spend time with your close friends and with your family and maybe things you couldn't do before. So I definitely, yeah.
Yeah, finding what's important. Oh,
Yeah.
amazing. Thank you so much, Sane. And I hope it's not going to be too long till I can see you in person.
I
Um,
know, pretty
Before you
soon.
leave, actually, could you just tell everyone who's listening where they can find Izzy, what's the website, and where they can find you?
Okay, you can find Ise on iseskincare.com. You can also find them on YouTube or at Ise Skincare on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at Sanne Vloet. Maybe pop it up here.
Yeah, they'll
And
definitely be
YouTube as well. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you, Sane. See
Thank
you
you so
soon.
much.
Bye.